From 1991 comes There's Nothing Out There, a movie released by Vinegar Syndrome. Now, sometimes, just sometimes, well, probably more often than not, I'm kind of influenced by things selling out, or about to. And a long while ago, Vinegar Syndrome announced that they had limited copies of this, wasn't getting repressed, they were selling out. Initially, looking at the cover, it was a movie that never really jumped out at me, but FOMO got a hold of me and I instantly pounced on this one, and I finally got round to checking it out, and I utterly loved this movie. From 1991, it's a low budget kind of alien monster movie. It has this strong sense of comedic timing, of a kind of meta. There's a character in here who's very much like Randy from Scream, many years before that movie. And it just has a lot of fun and everything you kind of want in a horror movie. We take 7 people who on spring break are going to this cabin in the woods that one of their parents owns.
It's a house in the woods with 4 bedrooms, a pond, and nobody else for miles around.
They're going to chill out, relax, have some fun. On the way there, they see a car crash. One of the friends is a movie fanatic, someone who revels in horror movies and just sees some signs that things might not be the best. You know, cabin in the woods, strange car crash and mysteriously vanished person. Everything's adding up, and instantly this character is doing what we're all thinking. Let's turn the car around, let's just go home, forget all about this.
We just went through a warning. Don't forget, I have rented out every single horror film on videotape, and what we just went through is called a warning stage.
But he's kind of berated, laughed at, pulled into the woods, and from then on we have this character who is just watching, looking for all the signs that just terrify him and knowing that something ominous is going to happen to the group. The rest of the characters are somewhat bland and not as interesting to me. People who are cannon fodder, there to be victims, people who are there to get their boobs out and on show, which happens often.
How about a quick one?
No, it's dinner time.
Jimmy.
But it all kind of culminates in a great package. Although the characters may not be as interesting, they're kind of fun most of the time. They're there to be cannon fodder, to have some wonderful action set pieces. The creature in this one is a kind of low-key, I'm going to say frog-like thing. It's not, but it kind of reminded me a little bit of that. And it's just wonderful when it attacks. And it attacks often, and it's not always when people are alone. Sometimes it's within groups of people and they all get to see what's going on, so they find out sort of midway through the movie what exactly is chasing them, which is really kind of interesting. But it's the kind of writing that I really appreciated here, a strong meta sense throughout it. We have 2 people at the start, one of the first people attacked by the creature. They're walking through the woods. They're talking about a horror story about 2 people that get murdered in the woods and how they didn't even realise they were being stalked. How did they not know that something was about to attack them?
Wait a sec. You mean to tell me that these 2 idiots wouldn't notice a monster if it was right on top of them?
While we see the creature creeping up on them. And there's lots of moments throughout that are quite clever and interesting and put a different kind of spin on a cabin in the woods movie, which is something that I really appreciated, because if you're a horror fan like I am, you've seen lots of movies like this. In the woods cabin, stuff goes wrong, people die, but this feels really kind of inventive. And even though it has a low budget, it doesn't hamper the movie in any way. The effects are gory and brilliant and just really in your face. The creature's a little bit, not great, but you know what? It's practical, it's effective, it's a little bit different in design. And again, I appreciated that. I loved the sort of film-centric character, and it's a real shame that I'm getting to this one now because it is out of print. If you can get your hands on it, it's great. The list of extras on this are just extensive. I'm glad that I was pushed to get this one because I really enjoyed There's Nothing Out There. Fun, inventive, ahead of its time, something very unique and different in the horror world. But now that it's kind of out of print, I hope you can find a copy. I hope you can check it out. I would love to know your thoughts on There's Nothing Out There. Did you love it as much as I did? Did you hate it? Do you have a copy? Are you going to sell it on and make some money now that it's out of print? Let me know in the comment box below your thoughts on this movie. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Hit the like button. Look at some of the apparel that I've got on the site now. And if you want to go into the description box, there's a link to the Patreon and the membership channel where you can join. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on Man v Film.